Have you guys heard of Albert Pike?
No.
In the 1800s, predicted the Third World War.
What are you talking about?
He was in the Illuminati. There was a letter that was found. He wrote down the game plan of what the Illuminati was going to do for the 3 world wars.
What did he predict?
Basically, this would be the last war.
Because we all live in harmony afterwards.
Let me just read what he
Okay.
said. It's adding up quite a bit.
Boy.
So he said, the Third World War, taking advantage of the differences between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam and the State of Israel destroy each other. The other nations, more divided, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete exhaustion. We shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm which will show clearly to the nations the most bloody turmoil. And the multitude, delusioned with Christianity, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer.
Man, there's a lot of stuff coming out lately that's supposed to be like referencing Armageddon and World War III and all this. But you know what? It's like, yeah, prepare for the worst, hope for the best, but always live in the now. So whatever's happening to you right now, that's probably the most important thing for you to worry about. And don't get head over heels involved with, it's looking bad out here, guys, and at any minute now it could just... Nah, bro, save that type of energy for never. Understand what I'm saying to you. Don't pull that out. Don't ever pull that out. That type of energy ain't never going to help you through a situation. It ain't never going to make things better for you. It's not going to cut your stress levels down. All that energy does is create more stress, bro. So until whatever happens, man, just try to do the right thing. Just be out here, love one another, and look out for one another. And don't let people that are having a bad day make you have a bad day. Like at the end of it all, like these guys that prophesy this stuff, it's not even prophecies, bro. It's literally plans and agendas for them. But like it only works if we play into their hands. That's the only time it works. Like you have to be part of the believing few that actually play into it and spread that type of energy. Just keep your eye open. Crazy new theory proves that we are living in the year 1726. All right, tell me about that.
You're actually living in 1726. In 1991, a German historian by the name of Hermann Illig proposed a theory called phantom time hypothesis, suggesting that the years 814 through 911 AD never happened. Well, you see, Illig claimed that these years were actually made up by the Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII by altering documentation and converting the Gregorian calendar in order to fast forward time to the sacred year 1000 AD, as Otto's ruling that starts on the millennial year 1000 AD would sound much better and be more legitimate. This theory is further backed up, as while there are written documents, there seem to be a lot of missing artifacts from those 297 years. Looking at the example of how Tartaria was written out of existence, it seems like it really wouldn't be that hard for the elites of the world to rewrite history, and just maybe, you're actually living in 17.
I'm actually glad this got brought up because I get to tell y'all, welcome to 2024. And don't expect me to be calling it 2024. Like, we in the 20s, bro. We in 24, right? If that's what it is. Honestly, if you believe it's already 2024, Happy New Year to you. I personally believe that every year starts in March at spring, the beginning of spring. We're not going to get tied up in politics. Q, why do you believe that? Blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, it's what I believe. Shut up. Don't worry about that. But I'm glad they brought this up because if the year really is supposed to have 13 months in it, does that add up to the year 17, whatever they said? Somebody should do the math on that. 297 years. So whatever it is now minus 297. Would it be that if we had 13 months? I don't know, bro. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Look up 13-month year. Look up New Year's is really in March. Whatever it is. Like, look, you know, we always give you the clues, man. You always gonna get the clues, bro. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. But what I will say about that is I've heard a lot of different people throughout different decades, right? Decades, because my own experiences is dealing with just a few decades. Talk about like we are not in the year that you think we're in. The year that you're told that we're in, we're not in that year. Like I've heard things like the Jews know the real year. And just because I say Jew, it's not anti-Semitic or anything like that, bro. Nowadays you can't talk about nobody. You can't even mention them. Jeez. But I've heard that, we're not in this year. That's the most I'm gonna go on to. It's a touchy subject for some people. I don't know, y'all fugazis.
If you could add one amendment to the Constitution, what would it be?
As government must only be a position of public service and not financial enrichment, every member of Congress shall henceforth and in perpetuity receive no more compensation in any form from any source during the tenure of their term than a yearly salary equal to the annual median income of the citizens of the state that they represent.
Ooh, that was good. So for the y'all that didn't keep up, basically all that he said was, if you govern a state, the average income of the people that you govern, that's going to be your income. And you don't get no more than that. Not only that, I would add to that amendment. I like that. I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know what I would say. But I like his, so I'm going to take his and I'm going to add to it. And they will have a limited term. We'll say somewhere around 5 to 6 year term. And we'll have a score system for them or something to determine if they're eligible for one extra term. And the score system will be based on how GDP was during their terms, policies that were promised upon and actually completed, these types of things. Yeah. We need to start holding Congress accountable, bro. Like, really, y'all be looking at these presidents like, oh, the president can only do so many things, bro. But the ones that are actually waving their wands across everything, they never leave office, bro. We got a bunch of, I don't even know what generation they're in anymore, but like, my generation ain't even in office yet. I don't think my parents' generation is in office. Maybe they're just getting into office now and starting to take over the Senate and all that. And so my goodness, bro. I can't wait till my generation get a hold of things because they going to really shake it up. We got some things coming for y'all, bro. But comment below, what amendment would you add to the Constitution if you could add an amendment? I'm curious to hear what some of you guys would put. I know y'all gonna have some smart answers. I know there's gonna be some smart answers in there.
An Indian man has grown rice on his head. He is a famous ascetic in the area. To ensure better growth for the rice, he has developed the habit of sleeping while sitting up. He can sense when the rice is in need of water through the skin of his scalp. When his scalp feels dry, he waters his head, leading to a bountiful growth of rice. At harvest time, he gathers the rice to make a delicious meal and then replants it, continuing this cycle for decades. Some may find his actions foolish, but he explains that his head is a symbol of vitality, beyond the understanding of ordinary people. When a reporter asked to see under his turban, the ascetic agreed, and they saw how the rice roots were intertwined with his hair without causing him discomfort. Perhaps this is his way of spiritual practice. Some people are very interested in the rice on his head and have offered money for it, which angers the ascetic, as he sees it as a sign of disrespect. The ascetic agreed to the interview because he wanted the world to know that rice can be grown on one's head and to inspire others to have strong physiques like his. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it. I really appreciate how he said it's a symbol of vitality and it's grown on the crown.
era.
I'm feeling quite bad, so take another token. Yeah, there's jokers all around me. I'm feeling quite bad, so take another token. Yeah, there's jokers all around me.